Welcome once more. This is part 4 of EPL Game Week 33 table analysis and match predictions. So the next game is Aston Villa versus Newcastle, which is at 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow, which is Saturday. Yes. Now Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Newcastle are gunning for the champions, want to cement this Champions League position. And they are fresh from a 5-1 mauling of Crystal Palace. Aston Villa, on the other hand, also have their sights on Europe. Aston Villa have their sights on Europe to at least qualify for Europe, as they can no longer look at their performance in the Champions League to be able to qualify, because they could have qualified automatically if they had won the Champions League. However, they unfortunately were not able to overturn the deficit from the first leg of their quarterfinal clash with PSG, and were unfortunately dumped out of the Champions League, even though they won the game, the second leg, 3-2. 5-4 on aggregate, I think. So Aston Villa will be gunning for this, but I think Newcastle will take this more seriously, and I expect it to be a tight game. But I slightly favor Newcastle. If this game has a winner, the winner will be Newcastle. So I'll say 2-1 to Newcastle. 1-2 to Newcastle. Next game, Ipswich Town versus Arsenal. Now I have a bias towards Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan. However, this game is pretty much a dead rubber game. Ipswich Town still have a mathematical chance of qualifying, but for them to have any chance at all, they must defeat Arsenal, which I don't exactly see happening. Even though I expect the Arsenal team to be very well changed for this game, after the heroics of midweek dumping Real Madrid, the reigning champions of the UEFA Champions League, out of the UEFA Champions League. But I expect the team to have a lot of changes. This game is going to be on Sunday at 2 p.m. But I still will give Arsenal to win. So I'll say 2-1 to the Arsenal. I'll still do a preview of Ipswich Town versus Arsenal in another video, so watch out for that. Now the next game is Manchester United versus Wolves. Manchester United will be worn out after the heroics of Thursday, as they huffed and puffed, but were able to dump Lyon out of the Europa League. That game will have taken a lot out of Manchester United, and I expect Wolves to be ready for them. It's going to be a difficult game for Manchester United, because the Wolves team are kind of okay. They're an okay team. Manchester United are mathematically safe, so they might not take this too seriously. However, Wolves still has something to play for. So, Wolves 2, Manchester United 1. Manchester United fans might not like me for this, but hey, it is my prediction. If you don't agree with it, you can put your disagreement in the comments below and make your own predictions. That's fine. These are, like I said, my own predictions based on my analysis of current events. Now, next game is Fulham versus Chelsea. The same time with Manchester United versus Wolves. Fulham versus Chelsea. Fulham is playing very well. Chelsea is not playing exactly well. Chelsea lost on Thursday to Legia Warsaw, even though they knew they had already qualified. They didn't need to win that game to qualify for the next round of the Conference League. So I'm afraid Fulham might do 1 on Chelsea. So I'm giving this game 2-0 to Fulham. 2-0 to Fulham. Now the final game for the weekend is Liverpool away at Leicester City. Now, I'm not going to kid myself because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to kid myself and say Leicester City can do Arsenal any favors or do the rest of the league any favors by delaying the victory of Liverpool. However, stranger things have happened, but I'll be very unbiased with my prediction. Leicester City have shipped in a lot of goals, and I don't see them being able to stop Liverpool. So this game, and especially as Liverpool have no champions midweek games they have played, so they are fresh, just like Leicester City. I expect Liverpool to pretty much take one step towards lifting the EPL trophy this weekend and wallop Leicester City 3 or 4-1 to Liverpool. Thank you for your time. These are my predictions. Kindly let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with in the comments below. Thank you and see you next time.